But you are not God. You are not Jesus. The other person who experiences whatever comes of that. Maybe they have to experience something big, maybe something small, maybe they notice little things, maybe they notice big things. Maybe it just suddenly clicks one day. Maybe they have a dream. Maybe they see something on TV. Maybe they just meet the right people. Sometimes this does mean a fall from grace. If a teenager is rebelling, well, they might decide, we're going to be this, we're going to be that, we're going to be agnostic, we're going to be Jewish, we're going to be, Wiccan, we're going to be an atheist, They just, they don't have that feeling in them because they didn't experience. You instilled it in them, and they've not learned how to appreciate and utilize this fact that seems so obvious to you. The spread of the gospel depends on believing what it is you are sharing. It's believing what it is that you are supposed to have faith in. Belief is something you incur. You build it up, you feel it, you earn it, you experience it. It's not just something someone tells you and you just be gullible and take it. It is an experience. So that is something you have to think about when you're sharing God with other people, is that they're not going to take it right away. They have to process that. And when they experience it, they will feel truly full, genuinely full, and want to share that feeling. They've been born again. So they built that relationship personally with Christ, and they want to share that. That is the experience you should strive for. Have that personal experience, feel it, and then share it, and then just leave it to God. God will handle it after that. I know how to play the violin, but you don't. It's second nature to me. How could you not get it? It's very simple, but you may not get it. How can you not get those sounds? How can you not get that experience? It's perfectly natural to me, not to you. You may never get it. Or maybe you just really need to practice. And you know what? It's going to hurt. You gotta get those little calluses on your fingers. You gotta get those little cramps in your wrists. And you gotta get that little pain in your collarbone when you hold this instrument up. And that's the process of accepting the gospel to spread it genuinely. You have to experience something to make it worth it. In order to effectively spread the gospel, one must understand it. They must do the work themselves. The preacher may read the Bible to you, but do you read it? Do you understand it? Are your beliefs based on you? Or are they based on, well, I just don't want the preacher mad at me. I just don't want my parents mad at me. Do you really think God will appreciate that apathy? I don't know if you're real or not, God, but I just didn't want the people in my life mad at me. You have to know how to use the tools of your craft. I can give you a knife, but it doesn't make you a master butcher. If the other person does not feel threatened, they are more likely to listen to what you have to say. They are more likely to process what you have to say. If you make the experience a negative one for them, they will just tune you out. You have done nothing. You are talking to air. And you will think that you are spreading the gospel when really you're just talking to yourself. You have to recognize that the other person matters. The spread of the gospel depends on the other person. You have to connect with that person. Listen, understand. Don't just talk at them. Talk to them. These people are no better than you. You're no better than them. It's just that you have knowledge they don't have, and you offer it. But it is all about how you offer it and how you behave in the meantime. You have to let that stew cook.